Okay, Stanz, welcome back to Divemas. Woo!
Woo! I'm excited.
I saw this tweet.
Okay, after 2 years at influencer purgatory, James Charles is back to debut a self-funded makeup line. Is the internet ready for his relaunch? Read G. Bluestone's wide-ranging deep dive here. Oh, and this is what we're going to plagiarize today.
No, we aren't plagiarizing anything.
I got him.
There is zero plagiarism going on, I promise. Everything is referenced and linked. The title, James Charles would like to be uncancelled, please, got me really, really annoyed because I know what happened, but I realized you don't.
No.
I am going to take you on the journey of what happened to James Charles.
Perfect. I'm excited. I will say there's an advantage on this one. I recognize James Charles.
I was going to say, do you know anything about him?
Makeup? Maybe vlogs, I guess? I don't know.
Saying that he's a makeup YouTuber is like an understatement. James Charles was like dominating YouTube, releasing makeup brands and building an empire. And then this happened. Controversy number one stands. Before we get into the real nitty-gritty,
okay,
we have to go through the timeline of events. For all of the James Charles controversy, we need to cover 4 people, Stands.
Okay.
First
this is
of
like
all,
when the police are putting the little markers. James Charles is at the top. We have to drip down.
Yeah. This is the usual suspects. James Charles, makeup YouTuber, one of the biggest YouTubers even outside of YouTube in their prime. Multiple brands associated to their name. They've created an empire. Then we have Tati Westbrook, friend and mentor of James Charles. Also big makeup YouTuber, but only known in her circle. She had her own hair, skin, and nail vitamins brand. This is very important, Stans. Remember that part.
Okay, specifically the nail vitamins.
All the vitamins. Jeffree Star. Pop star turned into mega rich makeup superstar. Very controversial, and also a friend of James Charles.
Okay.
And finally, Shane Dawson. By this point, had been cancelled for a bunch of things, but managed to return to form with docu-style vlogs on famous YouTubers.
Oh, wait, so Shane Dawson was canceled before and came back?
Shane Dawson has been through a multitude of cancellations. We will get to him in time.
Okay, fair enough.
We need to set the scene, Stans. So, okay. James Charles wants to get into Coachella, can't get in. So he traded an Instagram promo for a Coachella artist pass. However, the brand he was doing this with, Sugar Bear Hair, were a vitamin brand.
Just like Tati makes.
Yes, just like Tati Westbrook. As currently the biggest influencer in makeup and beauty, to be seen promoting a different vitamin and not your friends was a clear stab in the back.
Oh, so Tati's mad.
Tati's very mad. She then went live on Instagram and, without naming any names, got really upset at someone for stabbing her in the back. Tati released a 43-minute video titled Bye Sister,
James?
detailing every bit of tea she had on James Charles.
Because he promoted a vitamin brand to go to Coachella?
You'll see.
That's so crazy. She went for the throat.
This video starts off unlike any other. She's just got a bunch of clips going like, damn, I sure do love James Charles and his products.
Okay.
Just to like show how cringe she is.
Like what a friend would do? Is that what she's saying?
This is what she's been doing, and this is how she got treated for it, you know?
Right.
I just wanted to congratulate you. Huge congratulations to James Charles.
We are going to be taking a first look at the new Morphe palette.
James Charles is a bigger content creator than her?
Yes, but she was like a mentor figure for him.
Got it, okay.
I received a text from James Charles. I was completely blindsided, and my emotions just got the best of me.
Sorry, what was the text? Did he tell her he was going to promote this other brand?
Yeah, so he'd already been to Coachella at this point and signed the contract where he said he had to promote this vitamin brand.
Oh, so he got the tickets up front, and then he had to promote like after because he needed to be in studio or whatever.
So then he texted her like, hey, about
hey
to do
sis,
this. Sorry,
gotta do
sis.
this.
Bye sis.
That feels so chill. But
and then she was devastated and went live on Instagram. That's what she
right. And now she's following up to that because it popped off.
He had 9 days after Coachella to talk to me. He could have come face to face and chatted with me because he knew that this would hurt me. We've had plenty of in-person conversations that were at length about other influencers doing the same deal and him not liking Sugar Bear Hair and dragging the other people and being like, Tati, I'm on your side. To not even get a phone call to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up to have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big.
So at this point,
he really
she then starts to go on and explain what James Charles's like behavior has been around her, and it starts to turn from what happened with the vitamin stuff to like, no, this is the last straw. There is lots of things that have built up with James, and now I am ready to spill all of the tea. A bit later on in the video, she described what James did.
Him saying that he's had anxiety and this has helped him sleep, which no, he didn't say it was an anxiety pill, but I think alluding to that to children.
Sorry, we're 32 minutes in now. She's still talking about Sugar Bear hair.
There's a bit in between where she doesn't, so that's we're going to jump around a lot. This is
Okay,
like her
got it,
final point. Sugar Bear hair is like the pill itself, the vitamin, is basically just sugar. And like the only chemically part is supposed to like make you go to sleep, which is crazy. And James Charles, very young audience, getting promoted that probably isn't the best. She's spitting, honestly.
More sleep, more hair, baby. I've always known that.
I don't think marketing sleep pills to children is like a good idea at all. I would never do that ever in a million years.
Buried in between all of the, here's my vitamin. No, my vitamin's better. He's cringe. There were some one-liners about James Charles that didn't paint him in a very good light.
Okay.
That maybe hint at some sexual misconduct.
Excuse me?
Loved meeting his parents. I was shocked that James even then saying to his dad that every man is a little bit gay. And, you know, his dad's like, you're wrong, James, you're wrong. If someone who is very masculine decides that they're bisexual, it's fine, like, so be it, but it's not yours to take. So talking about that at the dinner table with his parents was kind of weird. Like, I thought around his parents that he would not behave this way. Like, it was just like, no big deal. Like, sucking dick and cock. Like, I'm just like, oh my God.
The way she said that is so funny. It's like the
so
Miranda
sick.
Cosgrove, like, I say naughty words sometimes. What's your favorite one? I like to say fuck. Sucking dick
Probably
and cock.
fuck.
And you did it at my birthday dinner. You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. So freaking gross.
So all of these points were like, what the fuck? This is about vitamins, and you're coming here with like he was trying to fucking sleep with waiters and turn them.
Yeah, it is
straight
weird that we went on this tangent and like talking about sex in front of your parents and stuff. It's like, what's happening?
Keep playing for a little bit longer. I think there's another point in this.
Sucking dick and cock made the rounds in gay media for months. That rules.
You know, Christy, you grabbed my hand and you said, you know, thank you for looking out for my boys. Like, keep looking out for
This
them.
bit's so sassy.
And I have.
It's amazing.
And like, I'm handing that back to you.
I'm done.
Go,
I'm not watching him ever again. He's just sucking too much dick and cock. Straight dick and cock.
You need to be not on Instagram. You need to be here in LA because your boys need you.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy
you need
shit.
To be not on Instagram is a fucking iconic line. You tell him. And here is another point just to back up her previous statement on James Charles, specifically trying to, it seems, turn straight people gay. Like it's a challenge.
His audience is made up of 12 to 14-year-olds, like dominantly.
Is that true?
Yeah, almost assuredly, especially because he is big on TikTok and the social medias.
Right, the younger platforms.
Everything is over-sexualized. I finally have had enough.
Dude, I did not think we would get like trad wife versus sex pest makeup YouTuber drama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is just too raunchy for me. And him being like, I'm going to suck every cock I can get. It's like, I don't care if he's straight. This is wild.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again. And somehow
Yet again?
You're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, you know, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. That behavior is not okay. Whether you're a woman, a man, gay, straight, bi, whatever sexual orientation you
I don't know
are,
why
that
she
is
started
your
dancing,
personal
but
call, and
she's
it's not-
cooking.
That's the only way she can remember. She's like, woman, man. It's like the Macarena for her.
She does a dance move for every letter in LGBTQ+.
Yeah, she's like the village people, but for LGBTQ+.
You need to remember that line specifically because it turns out, spoiler alert, she was wrong about those things.
What?
But in the long run, she was right about those things.
Did she incept him? She gaslit him into going after straight men?
So
I
the
don't
things
get
that
it.
she's talking about there were proven wrong. However, all of the sentiments that she is saying there are true. But
You have to walk me through that.
for the wrong reasons. If I said to you, Stanz, right now, you're a shoplifter, how could you? And you've
Right.
never shoplifted in your whole entire life.
Sure.
You'd be like, what the hell? Why'd you call me that?
Yeah.
And then a year later, if you went out and shoplifted, it'd be like, wow, I called it.
I see. I got it. But what if I would have never shoplifted, but you made me think about it? It sounds fun. Like, shit, I'm not a shoplifter, but I
don't
kind
say
of wish I
it
was.
sounds fun when we are doing an analogy.
This is your analogy, brother.
Okay? You said it sounded fun. I didn't. No more spoilers. I'm just
more
saying,
spoilers,
remember that line. However, the internet thought that was true and that everything she said is true and she's spilling the tea. So, the aftermath from this situation stands. This video blew up. I'm talking 50 million views in like a couple of days. And James ended up losing, and I could be wrong here, the most subscribers anyone has ever lost in a day.
Wow.
Then, you remember one of our cast of characters stands, Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star, Kanye West's paramour.
He tweeted that James Charles is, and I quote, a danger to society. Everything Tati said is 100% true. And he also added, this is the reason that James Charles has been banned from his house.
Oh. And is that... so they were all friends before, but something
They were
happened.
all friends, it seems, within the industry. Jeffree then does a video confirming everything Tati says, but also adding on some things, alleging to him being even more of a predator than Tati says, and says he has evidence, but isn't willing to leak it. James Charles responds months later.
Months? He Hassan Minaj'd it. He literally got all his evidence together and he put him on blast.
He did.
Wait, is Tati the villain here?
In Tati's video, she discusses many of the different reasons as to why she was choosing to close a chapter in her life that I was heavily involved in, making many of our private issues very, very public, and now millions and millions of people have weighed in with their opinions on subjects that they honestly know absolutely nothing about. I will not ask for sympathy, and I will definitely not ask for forgiveness either, but I will ask that you watch this entire thing all the way through before forming any further opinions or talking about this story more.
Wow, great intro.
He had 9 days after Coachella to talk to me.
On Monday, April 22nd, which was one day after Coachella, I was due to post my stories based on my contract. And up until that moment, I honestly had not thought about the fact that Tati was a Sugar Bear Hair competitor. And in that moment, I thought that as a friend, she deserved a courtesy text to let her know the context of the sponsorship and everything that was going on.
Okay,
Call.
playing
To
devil's
not even
advocate
get-
for that bit, you would have thought of that, right?
Oh, but it's possible, right? So far, it's like, fuck. Like, I just really want to go to Coachella, you know?
Later, Tati had uploaded all of her Instagram stories of her crying, talking about the friends of the community that haven't really supported her. People put two and two together and realized that this was clearly about me. Throughout the next several hours, I made countless attempts to text both Tati and her husband James, all of which they did not respond to. And later on that night, I issued a public apology directly on my Instagram. I wanted to end the situation by taking full responsibility for my actions.
Okay.
Over the next several days, I made countless attempts to contact both Tati and her husband James on all their different phone numbers. After a full entire week of trying to reach out and handle things in private with Tati and her husband James and getting no response, I figured at this time it'd be best to just respect their space, give them their privacy, and that whenever Tati was ready, she would reach back out to me to handle things in private and hopefully move on with our friendship.
I hate that. I don't know the end of this story, but I do know that, like, James Charles is going to do more bad things, because this seems very well reasoned. This is
100%.
like putting out the apology immediately, trying to do their best to reach out to them. Obviously did a bad thing and feels bad about it, which it's nice when people feel bad when they do bad things, when they hurt their friends' feelings. And it just seems good.
This video fucking went to the stratosphere. There was no way he can come back from this. And then he drops receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt.
Right,
It
showing
was
the texts.
but you may be thinking, what about all the weird fucking non-consensual flirting and weird, like, trying
Sorry,
to
you're
get
talking about the
straight
sucking
people to
dicks and
gay?
cocks.
The sucking
Can we
dicks
be
and
clear?
cocks and
Yeah.
the straight turning gay things.
Yeah.
Well, funny you should mention that, He talks about it right here.
There was a cute boy across the restaurant that I kept making eye contact with and that I was interested in. The conversation never got inappropriate. The boy that was involved with the story is named Sam. Now, when I originally wanted to do this video addressing everything, I did plan on crossing his name and keeping him completely private, but he has since come out and made a video of his own talking about the situation, just like Tati leaving out.
Yeah, how crazy is
What
that?
the fuck? Sam, the guy that was just getting looked at?
The waiter realized that he was the person being talked about in
Right.
Tati's video and made a response video.
That's so funny to me.
You see part of the response video in this, which is why I
Right.
didn't link it.
And he was looking at me. Later on that night, he started talking to...
Dude, Sam looks like he's been kidnapped by the Taliban. This is going to be a beheading video. What the fuck? The audio, the camera?
other employees about me, asking me...
This is getting worse. Bro, set up your camera and then start talking. What is happening? It's like James Charles broke into his house and made him record this.
This was on Valentine's Day, where he especially thought that I was very attractive and he wanted to get my phone number and all that. But the wait staff at my restaurant didn't let that happen. He left and it kind of just...
Unrequited love? Are you kidding me? This is a Romeo and Romeo story. And the waitstaff wouldn't let him get his number for Valentine's Day of all days?
The I'm a celebrity thing, this is the joke that really is where we say I'm famous, not I'm a celebrity. And it's something that we don't say in public very often because without context, I get it, it looks and sounds
Sure,
really,
it's an inside joke.
really bad. Literally, if my friend takes a good Instagram photo, oh my God, you're so famous. If our boneless buffalo wings at Chili's are extra delicious one day,
The appetizer gambit?
oh my God, these wings are so, so famous. And it is so frustrating that she turned an innocent and funny inside joke that she has participated in into something so beyond disgusting. The next day, Sam slid into my DMs first and I happened to see it. I asked him about his sexuality and he told me straight up that he was bisexual.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
What a funny edit. Over her mouth.
He responded, I wish we had time to hang out. And I said, hey, why don't you come over to my hotel tonight? We can watch a movie together. He messaged me first and told me, hey, straight up, I've never done anything with a guy before. I'm a little bit nervous. To which I told him there was absolutely no pressure. This is all shown in the screenshot.
We can start watching here because he just goes into detail on their date and they cuddled and had a little kiss and it was cute.
Oh, wow.
This is where James starts to change the narrative. Instead of being a predator, he's a victim.
Oh.
People are treating hashtag James Charles's over party as an open invitation to
Is hashtag James Charles's over party real?
Yeah, it was trending.
Because I always see it as a joke, Stan's over party and stuff. But like the thought that human beings are coordinating like the fucking Arab Spring over Twitter, and it's like James Charles is over. Here's the new news, coming across the wire.
I don't want to.
So funny.
I don't want to perpetuate lies,
Yeah.
but I am like 90% sure that James Charles's over party was the biggest time that has been a thing. Like, if
Right, a
you
hashtag
heard that-
usage. Yeah.
But it's also creating very, very dangerous stereotypes around the LGBTQ plus community. For example, Zara Larsson, who's a pretty big singer, tweeted saying that I messaged her boyfriend multiple times knowing he was straight. This tweet got almost 500,000 likes before it was deleted.
Oh?
In her defense, she did later on say that it was only one message, but it was way too late because the media had already ran with it, saying that I was harassing straight men. and
One
would-
message and some comments under pictures. I mean, depending what those comments are.
But this is all very hypocritical considering this is how Zara Larsson found her boyfriend. To you, the audience. Why is it okay for Zara Larsson, a woman with a public platform, to tweet these photos of a shirtless man and say, who are you? Where do you live? How old are you? Why are you so fine? And how do you like your eggs cooked in the morning? But for me, as a gay man, to DM the same person in private with a simple compliment is predatory. These stereotypes around gay men have been and continue to be very, very harmful to the community. And
Bro, James Charles is spitting.
Exactly, right?
What the hell?
What's such a
Seven is
surprise?
Is this, sorry, did Cance write that article in the beginning? The Cosmopolitan? James Charles would like to be uncanceled, please? Is this your fucking way to get him back
This
in
is
the
all a
zeitgeist?
ruse, Stans. I wanted him to be uncancelled. I love James Charles. Finally, to close it out, James Charles takes something negative, bi sister, and has a positive twist on it.
thank you for watching if you made it all the way to the end. And in the spirit of turning something negative into a positive, bye, sister.
Wow.
Bye, sister. So,
Wow.
Stans, the
Yeah.
whole fucking internet was back on James Charles' side. Hashtag
Of course, how could you
James
watch that video
Charles'
and not
back
be?
Party.
Oh, hashtag
Yeah.
James Charles' back party. So true.
But wait, Stans. There's more.
Oh.
You see, an ex-employee for Jeffree Star has leaked something.
Okay.
So, before Tati released her video, Jeffree sent Ashley messages saying, wait for someone to upload their video on James this week, you're gonna gag. And Shane and I feel like this weekend, something bad is gonna happen with all of this. James is playing with so much fire.
Okay, interesting. What are these bad things? Like, I don't...
So, well, it would make it seem, from these messages and from what we're hearing from ex-employees, that Jeffree and Shane knew that Tati was going to drop this video before Tati dropped this video.
Oh, for sure.
With those two pieces of information, there's some drama on our hands, Stanz.
Oh.
Because, obviously, you know you're a big James Charles fan.
Right.
James Charles released a palette.
Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson are competing with the James Charles palette.
But then pretty much nothing came of it for about a year.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, Tati comes back.
What? By Sister 2? Whoa, wait, Shane and Jeffree Star exposed? Excuse me? What is going on here?
I am going to be reading from what is approved by my legal team, so I am,
Whoa.
once I start, I won't be deviating.
Dude, Big Sugar Bear got to her.
I do want to ask anyone watching this that believes in anything higher than themselves, that believes in any higher power.
What the fuck?
You know, all God is love and the root of love. And I
What the fuck is
am
she
a
on
woman of
about?
faith.
I don't know. We're a minute and a half in and she's just cried and talked about God.
And I just ask that you press pause for a moment, even just for 10 seconds. Just cover this in prayer because there is so much healing that needs.
Sorry, has she always been a religious YouTuber? I mean, I've only watched By Sister.
I don't think she was this heavily like forwardly religious. She was just mainly about makeup and things, and she has done a video since the expose on fucking James Charles, and she said fucking nothing, dude. She's just said please pray.
That's
crazy.
absolutely wild.
Just anything you see in the media right now, be mindful. There are so many AI bots and accounts that aren't even real.
Bro, she's not cooking. What are you saying? A minute ago you told me she's cooking and press play. What are you talking
Who let her
about?
cook? She's talking about AI
opinion
bots.
on whatever narrative is out there. Follow your heart, really.
Follow your heart,
because
Stanz, you know?
I thought I was following mine, but I was listening to the wrong people.
Oh.
So if you can take anything
Wait,
from
she was being fed information by a secret, anonymous, unknown source.
Right.
Back in December 2019, after Shane and Jeffree's series ended, James Charles came to my LA home and we compared DMs, texts, and stories about what had happened behind the scenes. We apologized to each other, forgave each other, and agreed to wait patiently until it was safe for me to share my story.
A year?
Since that night, James Charles
Wow.
has repeatedly said that he wanted to be beside me for this video. But I felt it was important that I do it alone.
Bro, James walks out right now. That would be so sick. Powerful moment.
But also, crazy revelation stance. The last we saw, like, James and Tati, like, existing
Yeah,
was them
was
coming at each other's necks,
By
losing
Sister.
millions of subscribers by
Yeah.
Sister.
But then
And
Hi
now-
Sister, he invited her back in.
While I was definitely upset that he had accepted a sponsorship from the biggest rival to my brand, Halo Beauty,
Fair.
I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all of the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. James Charles is sugar daddy
Yo!
sponsor.
Pause the video! Pew, pew, pew! We're back, baby! Drama Central! What the hell?
They were whispering in her ear, dude. They got
It
her
is
to make the video.
Littlefinger, dude. They've been making her make the video that then caused her to get the vitriol of the internet when James fucking didn't die and fought back. That's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, because she was in the wrong about that, right? About those issues, about the things that she
Yeah, but
mentioned.
she wasn't in the wrong. She was merely being puppeted by the puppet masters Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson.
Correct, who are actually
The true villains
the
of this
true
story.
villains of this story, not James Charles.
Well, okay. Well, not this story. James Charles, definitely a villain.
I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look for their platform.
Which is
Suck my
Not
ass,
real.
YouTube.
What the YouTube
shit?
aren't fucking messaging her being like, hey, this is a bad look for our platform. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Shane
They're
told her that, to be honest.
They're rubbing their hands together with fucking dollar signs in their eyes, dude. YouTube are loving this. They want more of this shit. What the hell?
Keep in mind that up until this point, I didn't even know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had even made a decision to film? I struggled with the decision to film my video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Damn, I actually feel terrible for
As a
Tati
victim
here.
of abuse myself, I know how terrifying it is. It was not my place to contact authorities or the alleged victim. And I made no mention of it in my video.
It's
The night
crazy
before
now looking
posting
back that was her headspace for making that video. Was she was like, there's more behind the scenes, and I will say my personal experiences, knowing that maybe the things I'm saying aren't as bad as they are. but I
Right,
know
because
that
you
it's
have
worse.
this grain in the background. You know these things happen, so it colors your opinion on all the other things, even if it is just joking about the appetizers or the waiter.
So, whilst this video went live, Stanz, have a guess who live streamed their reaction to this going on.
It has to be James Charles. Actually, maybe it's Shane and Jeffree Star.
It was Shane Dawson. I remember seeing this video at the time, Stanz, and fucking losing my mind. Shane Dawson, it seems like fucking off the booth in
Really?
this video. He's watching through this video and obviously has gone through the same process as we did, where we're like, dude, why is she talking about fucking prayer and shit? What the hell is this?
Right.
And then, like, fucking 20 minutes into the video, she goes, Shane Dawson made me do it. And he's like, whoa, what the hell?
Oh, of course. Is that another ad? Another ad.
He's
I'm
getting
losing my mind.
ads.
This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind.
182,000?
Keep playing.
Bro, this is crazy.
How is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had...
Because you message drama channels. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Iconic line. Because you message drama channels.
260,000. Wait, this is crazy. Shane Dawson's got it like that? I guess the whole makeup community's got it like that?
As a victim of abuse myself,
Oh my god.
terrifying.
You are so manipulative. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my god.
This is a crazy video.
The night before posting my video by sister,
Oh my god.
I texted Shane, sharing
Imagine he got a dono and he had to go like, chocolate's so good.
Ice cream, yum yum.
Yeah, ice cream, yum yum.
my concerns for James Charles. That he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel, and I was afraid for him.
Damn, that's crazy. He went live. That's what's really crazy.
And then finally, this line from Tati's video. It's crazy in hindsight.
I was told there were a lot of victims that were going to come forward to destroy you. I was foolish for believing them. I
Well,
thought if I called you
Tati,
out,
maybe
you'd
you
put your
weren't
phone
so
down and
foolish
stop.
because right now in the timeline, James isn't a predator at all.
No. He's come out of this scot-free. He's looking good. Him and Tati are on the side of right, and Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star are evil?
But that was 3 years ago, Stanz. That's not current day.
Okay.
So we have 2 threads left to tie up.
Got it.
We have James Charles and where he is now and what has come to light since. But we also have the dark past of Shane Dawson. That live video that we just watched is just the tip of the iceberg of the absolute mental breakdown that he goes through. And that will be the next deep dive that we have, Stans. The fucking downfall, the dark past of Shane Dawson.
You're actually ending it right here. This James Charles deep dive, and I don't even know what happened. You keep calling him a villain, but to me, it seems like he's just made a good video.
That's it, dude.
All right. Well, there's always tomorrow, I guess.